Pandemics don't lend themselves to simplicity. There are too many interwoven layers. The politics are too intrinsic. The science sometimes seems too difficult to convey. The cost of mistakes so high that determining who is accountable is cast in doubt. In short, pandemics are hard to get right. And more than 2 years into this one, we can safely say that no one got this right. Not the Trump administration and not the Biden administration. Yet we are not alone in this track record. As you look around the globe, this imperfection has been replicated everywhere during the COVID-19 pandemic. No country has been completely right in its handling, and the few that have come close have only done so with extreme measures that are hard to implement in most places. The reality is that countries everywhere have experienced victories and defeats against this virus. There have been moments of celebration and horror in equal measures, as the virus has appeared to retreat and then returned with a whole new extreme savagery. This is not a book about Donald Trump alone. It is not a book that portrays the failures that occurred solely through the complexities of his character. In our imagination and our politics, Donald Trump looms large, to be sure, but the scale of what occurred in 2020 was far greater than even him. Of course, he is a part of this story, but he is just that, a part. There is no one scapegoat for the greater than 900,000 Americans dead. As much as we might want there to be, that number is too vast, the damage far too great. To point the finger exclusively at any one group or individual misses the larger point. There is plenty of blame to go around. There have been lots of errors made by many people and institutions that have gotten us to this point. It may make you feel better to think of this as the result of one man, but you'll still be infected with another figurative pathogen that will make it more difficult for all of us collectively to see, to understand, to evaluate, and to do better next time. Conversely, this is also a story with heroes and victories, with people who, through their attempts to save lives of those around them, ushered in a broader sense of what was possible, of what we need to do differently, now and into the future. People quietly doing their own part in their corner of the country, changing their behaviors, and caring for their neighbors and families. People who recognized this pandemic for what it was, an opportunity to provide help in all the ways it was needed, help that continues to reverberate today. The truth is, this is a story where multiple levels of behavior and decisions, both good and bad, compound each other. Here, in 2022, we have seen how this virus has evolved, and our understanding of this pandemic's history must evolve as well. As a people, we've made errors, and we've made good choices. Our leaders have done the same. We must learn from all of these choices so that in the future we can make different ones. I believe that we have to continue to learn from what has worked and what hasn't. I believe that we should appreciate the successes and acknowledge the people and organizations who contributed to them. I also believe that we should hold accountable those groups and individuals who contributed to the problems that plagued the response and ensure corrective actions. Sometimes they exist on both sides of that ledger. In a rush to judgment, it's too easy to forget that is frequently the case in all of life. That it is true in this situation, one of such historical significance, demands that we thoroughly examine both right and wrong, good and bad, and all the points in between those extremes. My purpose isn't simply to condemn or commend, but to recommend. I am most frequently an optimist, sometimes a pessimist, but most consistently I'm a data-driven realist, and that is the perspective that is most reflected in the pages that follow. We have solutions to the problems this pandemic presents. I have recommendations for how we can be better prepared for the next one. In both cases, we have to break the cycle of dysfunction that has produced so much devastation. If there is one thread that runs through my experiences in the White House and in many of our states, it's that